What's up, everybody? Coach Tim Springer, Spartan Basketball, back with another car series. Still rolling with my assistant. Hopefully you can see him. He's on the other side of the car now. We switched up sides, keep it fresh. Real important message, and it comes from something I talked about with the players that at the Young Women's Leadership Academy that I was training at yesterday. We talked about just learning. We had a new leadership swag challenge. Been trying to really push this leadership swag challenge movement over there because that's leadership's a lot about what that school's about, and just too, there's a lot of young ladies in there that have the potential to be great leaders, and I just want to hopefully help cultivate that. But we talked about the challenge being that every day you should try to learn at least 5 new things. And we talked about how you're in school, you think automatically on default you learn something, which we know is not true. It's easy to tune something out, but you need to be waking up purposely, looking for something to be learning, 5 times. And the thing was this, especially for them, because they have to learn about a lot of what's in the books, math equations, science, problems, and yada, 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 that at least 3 of those 5 things needed to be things that built their character, things that made them better people. They needed to take an assessment of where their weaknesses were, was it time management, was it controlling their temper, was it organization, was it just, leadership. And we explained that, when you build your character, everything else comes in line anyway. Now, you still got to build your specific skills, just like I continue to have to build myself as a coach and a business owner, but building my character made the biggest difference. And it really flows into it. And I think it was Jim Rohn or Zig Ziglar, I'm sorry, I can't remember, but one of them talked about work on yourself twice as much as you work on your job, and great rewards will come to you. And I think that's absolutely true, and I've seen it in everything I do. It's infiltrated into me being a husband, me being a father, me being a soldier, me being a coach, me being a business owner, student, working on myself. So we set that goal of finding 5 new things we're going to learn every day. And then we also happen to talk about guarding your mind. And I think this is so critical, and I think it's important because then you start looking at what you're going to learn and where you're trying to direct yourself. One girl had a bracelet with the YMCB, Young Money, Cash Money, Billionaires, okay? Lil Wayne and Drake and Nicki Minaj and all them. And we talked about the fact that we really need to guard our minds, and the fact that every food we put in our body has a negative or a positive consequence. There's no neutral thing that you can put in your food that doesn't have a consequence one way or the other. Well, the same's true for your mind. And I think, and I told him this too, is that I think Wayne, I think Drake, I think Nicki are phenomenal artists. I really do. I think they're amazing artists. I think, I can't say that I've never listened to them, and I can't say that I don't love rap or hip hop because I grew up in New York. That's where it originated. That's what you grew up listening to. So, but as I've gotten older, I've learned that I had to have a lot more discretion on what I listen to because, the things they're talking about aren't realistic to my life, and to some degree below my character. When they're talking about the drinking and the drugs and this women and blowing cash, that's not part of my value system, and I need to be aware of that. And to think about it in this way, you wouldn't go hang around friends or people in the real world that are below your value system, below your value level, that are doing things that are wrong. So why are you going to purposely listen to on a daily basis other people talk about that and infiltrate your mind? It's the same as just hanging out with them. And like I said, I'm not trying to knock Wayne and Drake, more to them for being successful and doing the things they're doing. But we talked about this, that, okay, they're great artists and they do that, but they're really not great leaders. Because great leaders would take a platform like theirs where they have the opportunity to influence people every day across the world, millions upon millions of people, and they would bring a better message. Real leaders would bring a better message and understand the responsibility of having their voice heard so much. And I get it. It's entertainment. They're making their living. That's what they do. Hey, more power to them. Like I said, I'm not a hater. I'm not the person to hate on the next person's success or say they shouldn't do it. But my point is that, and I spoke to the girls about, think about what your message would be if you had the opportunity to be on that platform. Would you talk about the same things Young Money talk about, or would you talk about something that made a difference? And then I also talked about surrounding yourself around people who would have the same message if on that platform, because that's critical, because that's how you get to that platform, is being around the same like-minded people, building and growing yourself and learning things about your character from those people. So really important message. I mean, you can tell it really sunk in. And the last thing I'll leave with you that I left with them is that not all learners are leaders, but all leaders are learners. And I'm going to repeat that. Not all learners are leaders, but all leaders are learners. And that's critical. Take that to the bank. Put that into your life. As with all these car series, you got to make them personal. You got to adapt them into your life. Just listening's good. That's about an hour or two worth of motivation. But when you put it into play, it's worth a lifetime or two of change. So, my assistant, Big Tim, you got anything you want to tell him? You want to tell him infinity and beyond or anything? You want to tell him Spider-Man? Tell him. Tell the camera. Batman, Spider-Man. Okay. All right. That's it. Okay. That's it for today. Take care. God bless.